I didn't care more than words can say, if I didn't care, would I feel this way? If this isn't love, then why do I thrill? And what makes my head go round and round while my heart stands still?
So here's Andy. This is where he would have parked. He was looking at that cabin right there where his wife was cheating on him with the golf pro at the beginning of the movie. And he was drinking, and he was loading his gun, and then he finally got out. But as we know from the movie, he never did it, so. But this is the cabin. Right here, you can tell by those lights. Those lights are very iconic right there, and right there. Shame on you, woman.
You strike me as a particularly icy and remorseless man, Mr. Dufresne. It chills my blood just to look at you. By the power vested in me by the state of Maine, I hereby order you to serve 2 life sentences back to back. 1 for each of your victims. So be it.
Ooh, look at that baby.
It's beauty.
That right there. Here, let's cross the street. I think it's safe. Is where Andy was convicted of murder. 2 times over, right?
Yep.
I'm gonna read the thing here. Cool. And interesting, which I didn't even know. Hold on, let me step down without killing myself. That right up there, right there. You see that beautiful lady?
Yep, Lady Justice.
That is a time capsule.
Yeah.
And what is in that time capsule?
Well, there's a copy of the movie, The Shawshank Redemption.
Oh!
Right up there.
Sweet!
I wonder when they're gonna...
Open it?
Sorry for the noise.
Yeah, I don't know, yeah.
I wonder when they're gonna take it out.
I don't know. Beautiful place, though.
Look at that architecture.
It's amazing. I mean, look at that building.
Wow.
She's sitting up there proud. Yep. Andy was convicted. Right up in one of those, right up there.
3rd floor.
3rd floor.
Yeah.
So when Andy Dufresne came to me in 1949 and asked me to smuggle Rita Hayworth into the prison for him, I told him, no problem. Andy came to Shawshank Prison in early 1947 for murdering his wife and the fella she was banging. On the outside, he'd been vice president of a large Portland bank. Good work for a man as young as he was.
Well, there she be. All those iconic scenes. Right, the cars would have been, old cars would have been lined right up there. The bus would come rolling down here, head over towards like the back of the prison over there. So, this is the road where the bus would have came in right here. Can't really see it because it's fenced off,
Yeah.
but you can kind of see the road still. And it would have went, I mean, here's the prison right here. Right? So the bus would have went right down the road there. Bring the new prisoners, the fresh fish in.
Fresh fish.
Yep, right down the road. And then right around the corner. And that's where the entrance, right around the corner, the entrance would have been where they came in and all the inmates were around there.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, I'm dying inside.
So this is the bus that brought Tim to the prison, the old Bluebird bus. It was repainted for another movie called Ray, Story of Ray Charles.
This is the actual bus?
This is the bus.
Wow.
Yep, in 1937. We bought it from the person that supplied it. And we believe it was in 3 movies. The third movie, they wrecked the front of it, so we were able to find fenders in California and started putting it back together.
Is it okay to take a peek inside?
You can go inside. Fat Ass signed his place in the bus up on the ceiling. Just
Wow.
head coming out. We put some foam on it so that you won't, knock yourself out here. But back there on the right, about the third bus from the back, you're going to see a Sharpie mark where he autographed it.
Wow. This is the bus from the movie.
That's
I am blown away right now. Blown away right now.
Did you find
Wish
his,
I had some light, but
Did you, well, here, because this help at all?
yeah, try it. So just so you can see it a little better.
Why isn't it working?
Wow. Unbelievable. Yeah, that's a little better.
Helps.
Man, that's nice. Cool.
Did you find the
No.
autograph?
Nope.
Turn to the right. Ice front.
This is Mr. Hadley. He's captain of the guards. I'm Mr. Norton, the warden. You are convicted felons. That's why they've sent you to me. Rule number 1, no blasphemy. I'll not have the Lord's name taken in vain in my prison. The other rules, you'll figure out as you go along. Any questions?
This is where they enter. This is where the fresh fish enter. Right here, and you see this shot right here. Right there. And that's where they would have been lined up, right on the line. Right here. Warden would have came down these steps, stood right here. All lined up, and then some dope says,
When do we eat?
You eat when we say you eat.
You shit when we say you shit, and you piss when we say you piss. You got that? On your feet.
I believe in two things: discipline and the Bible. Here you'll receive both. Put your trust in the Lord. Your ass belongs to me. Welcome to Shawshank.
All right, so we are going to the shower room. So this is the shower room where Boggs talks to Andy, says, hey, anybody come at you yet? But this is where they would have been, right here. Showering, because you can see all the rack in the back there to hang up towels and stuff like that. And yeah, this is where they would have been, right here. Andy didn't want no part of that.
Hey, anybody come at you yet? Anybody get to you yet? Hey, we all need friends in here. I could be a friend to you. Hey. Hard to get. I like that. What?
Where's he going? Grab his ankles. No! 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 Help! Me!
Two things never happened again after that. The sisters never laid a finger on Andy again. And Boggs never walked again. They transferred him to a minimum security hospital upstate. To my knowledge, he lived out the rest of his days drinking his food through a straw.
Or the hood. That actually was the hood.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
It's a 1941 Cadillac. All this place expands and contracts when it warms up.
Come on, you gotta tell people it's ghosts.
No.
Ghosts.
Amazing.
Now on the other side, the door opens and you can see the curtains still in there.
Oh yeah.
This is the magnetic sticker that they put on it for the film. Various parts that are going to go on it at some point.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Right?
Oh my goodness.
And these buses are the same model as the one at the end of the movie. They are not the bus for the film, but
Oh yeah.
these are.
Hi. Go. Good luck, Brooksy.
Yep. From the movie, right there. Do they move? Oh no, they're
pretty secure.
they're secured together right here.
But you can tell here that it's just it's not real.
Oh
it's prop.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yep. But how
Just
about
a
this?
prop.
Oh,
That was real. That is
that's
real. That is real as real gets.
Yeah.
Dear fellas, I can't believe how fast things move on the outside. I saw an automobile once when I was a kid, but now they're everywhere.
All right, so this is the spot where Brooks would be walking down the hill right here. You can kind of see right over here, this window in the shot. But yeah, he comes right down the hill here. And basically, the guy yells at him, "Watch it, old timer!" Exactly.
Will you get killed?
Right? And then Brooks crosses the street here. He's kind of running across through the traffic. And then he runs down there, and then he goes to his apartment building.
The world went and got itself in a big damn hurry.
So, this is the Brewer Hotel, as it was used for in the movie. We can walk across. But look at that building. This was
Get this car coming.
this was the apartment buildings. Well, supposedly where the apartment was. They only used this for the outside shot.
Get the shot of this car.
What a beautiful building, though, huh?
It's right down.
Right down our alley.
Yeah. Yeah,
As
our
you know.
alley, yeah.
As you know, for
Right down our alley.
yeah. So this was the outside shot that they used for the apartment. The actual inside of the apartment was done at the prison. But you can see Brooks in the doorway. There's the Shawshank Trail sign. Cool. Oh wow, what a cool building.
Parole board got me into this halfway house called the Brewer, and a job bagging groceries at the foodway. It's hard work. I try to keep up, but my hands hurt most of the time.
Make sure your man double bags. Last time he didn't double bag and the bottom near came out.
Make sure you double bag like the lady says, understand?
Yes, sir. Surely will. I don't think the store manager likes me very much. Sometimes after work, I go to the park and feed the birds. I keep thinking Jake might just show up and say hello, but he never does. I hope wherever he is, he's doing okay and making new friends.
Okay, so we are in Brooks's room. This was where they actually shot the inside shots of the room. The outside shots were done at another place. which is the Bissman building in Mansfield. And you can see the Brooks was here, and so was Red. Right, that's where Brooks would have hung himself, right here. Poor Brooks.
Hey, so we're on the inside.
We are on the inside.
Yeah,
I love this right here. The first thing you see.
Yeah.
Right there. Same. That's the same as outside.
Yep.
But yeah, this is the old. There's the entrance, which is, you know, obviously, like I said, the store's been redone since the movie.
Yep.
But place is beautiful. You got to come down here.
Yeah.
Right. This is where the.
I'm not sure if it's in the same exact spot that the registers were in, but this is where
Yeah.
he was bagging. And both Red and Brooks, that's what they did. They
Have your man double bag. Remember that?
Yeah, that's right.
You heard the woman, double bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that scene.
Yeah, I do too.
Maybe I'll buy a gun and rob the foodway. Shoot the manager for a bonus. I love it.
Yeah.
But yeah, what a beautiful place. I mean, come on down here and check it out. All right, so this is the infamous park bench.
Brooks bench.
Brooks, well, let's call this Brooks bench,
It is Brooks bench.
because that's where he was when he was feeding the birds, hoping Jake would come back to see him.
Yeah. Maybe we can find Jake today.
I don't know. But here I can prove, you know, let me get over here. Right here is where the shot was taken up close. You can see this tree right, if I can show you, right there. Right there. Right? Right there. Yeah. That obviously that monument wasn't there. That monument right there, but it's probably a closer shot, more like that. You can kind of see the building in the back. It's a little different, but the same.
Andy, do you hear that?
I have no idea to this day what those two Italian ladies were singing about. Truth is, I don't want to know. Some things are best left unsaid. I like to think they were singing about something so beautiful it can't be expressed in words, and makes your heart ache because of it. I tell you, those voices soared, higher and farther than anybody in a great place dares to dream. It was like some beautiful bird flapped into our drab little cage and made those walls dissolve away. And for the briefest of moments, every last man at Shawshank felt free.
This is the warden's office.
Yes.
as you can see, right here. Samuel Norton, you remember this?
Yes, I do.
Andy locks the door like that. And he's playing music right there. Oh. So this infamous scene from the movie is where they were all listening to the opera music. There you would see all the inmates around here. And look at it, we even got Red to come pose for the picture.
Yep. And you can tell this is what was in the scene.
Yep.
Right.
In the back.
See that in the back of Red's character.
And so they all knew what to do and where to look. Let's all look at that X.
That's fantastic.
Haven't you ever felt that way about music?
I played a mean harmonica as a younger man. Lost interest in it, though. Didn't make much sense in here.
Here's where it makes the most sense. You need it so you don't forget.
Forget?
Yeah, forget that there are places in the world that aren't made out of stone, that there's something inside that they can't get to, that they can't touch. It's yours.
What are you talking about?
Hope.
Hope. Let me tell you something, my friend. Hope is a dangerous thing. Hope can drive a man insane. It's got no use on the inside. You better get used to that idea.
Like Brooks did?
This is the cafeteria where all the meals took place. A lot of scenes in the movie that take place in this room. Nice room. Sits right in the middle of the two cell blocks. Got the west cell block over here, east cell block over here. So there's a couple of cardboard cutouts of Andy and Red.
Tommy Williams came to Shawshank in 1965 on a 2-year stretch for B&E. That's breaking and entering to you. Cops caught him sneaking TV sets out the back door of a J.C. Penney. Young punk. Mr. Rock and Roll. Cocky as hell.
Hey, come on, old boys! Move it like molasses! Making me look bad!
We liked him immediately.
Okay, this is where Tommy was working in the workshop, looking across to the guys, and he said something. He was making fun of them or saying, hurry up, you're making me look bad. But this is where he would have been pulling the board off of the machine right there. And then on this side is where the guys were looking back at Tommy, saying, hey, we like that guy. He's pretty cool. Yep, this is the piece of machine right here.
That's great.
Feel bad. Let him down.
Oh, that's crap, kid. He's proud of you. We've been friends a long time, so I know him as good as anybody.
Smart fella, ain't he?
Smart as they come. Used to be a banker on the outside.
What's he in here for, anyway?
Murder.
The hell you say?
You wouldn't think it to look at the guy. Caught his wife in bed with some golf pro. Greased them both.
So this is where we got Tommy over here and Red right here, and Tommy and Red are having a conversation, And this is where Red's drinking his bottle of Coke and telling Tommy the story of why Andy is in prison.
This is the exact spot right here. Red was leaning against that table there. Tommy was over here, behind this iconic piece of equipment.
Can you get that shot here?
Yeah.
Because that's where he's at. Just a little.
I'm sure by now you've heard. Terrible thing. A man that young, less than a year to go, trying to escape. Broke Captain Hadley's heart to shoot him. Truly it did. We just have to put it behind us. Move on.
I'm done. Everything stops. Get someone else to run your scams.
Nothing stops. Nothing.
So this is solitary confinement, where Andy was put there a couple times. One for playing that music. The warden would have been standing here in the doorway. Right here. Like so. Yeah, wouldn't want to be here. It's pretty creepy, but a month in the hole.
You think you'll ever get out of here?
Me? Yeah. One day, when I got a long white beard and 2 or 3 marbles rolling around upstairs, they let me out.
I'll tell you where I'd go. Zihuatanejo.
So, what?
Zihuatanejo. It's in Mexico. A little place on the Pacific Ocean. You know what the Mexicans say about the Pacific?
No.
They say it has no memory. That's where I want to live the rest of my life. A warm place with no memory. Open up a little hotel right on the beach. Buy some worthless old boat and fix it up new. Take my guests out charter fishing.
Say what, Taneo?
In a place like that, I could use a man that knows how to get things.
So I wanted to show you right there, right where that, I wish I could go out there, but I can't, but right where that pad is right there. Right there is where Red and Andy were sitting talking about Zihuatanejo. We're not allowed to go out there, so as you can see. But that's where they were, right there. This is the prop where the warden was looking through the cell. Here, let me shut the light off. can see, or you can't see.
Andy crawled to freedom through 500 yards of shit-smelling foulness I can't even imagine. Or maybe I just don't want to. "500 yards. That's the length of 5 football fields. Just shy of half a mile.
The actual tube where Andy crawled through to safety and to freedom was right here. You can see him crawling through right here. Sorry for the light. This is him looking down. You can see the hole up here. This is where he looked down through to check which way to go. Hey, look at us, we're gonna get wet. But we wanted to show you real quick this patch of woods here, as you can see. So this is where, kind of important part of the movie.
Very important part of the movie.
Yeah. So here's the, you can see it a little bit, right? So here's the stream right here. You follow this up a little ways, and we're gonna show you around the corner here in a second, but this is the stream where Andy came out of the sewer pipe and, you know, fell into the water and ripped his shirt off, and that iconic scene that's on the poster where he's standing there with his hands raised in the air in victory.
Yes, freedom.
But we're going to show you. We got trucks coming. I'm sorry for the noise. All right, so there you go. There's the prison. Right? Andy would have came from there down. That stream runs right along the trees there. It's all overgrown now. That pond's in the middle over there where, you know, where he did that iconic scene. So, but that is cool. That's a different perspective of the prison.
Yeah, I love it. And
We,
in that scene, you can actually see the prison.
you can.
You can see it in the background.
That's right. You can see it in the background. So we can't go in there because there's a working prison right behind there.
Yeah, not cool.
So, and we'll be shot on sight. So
we would end up at the prison. Probably.
we will end up at the prison, the other prison that we don't want to be. So.
A man nobody ever laid eyes on before strolled into the Maine National Bank. Until that moment, he didn't exist, except on paper.
May I help you?
He had all the proper ID, driver's license, birth certificate, social security card, and the signature was a spot-on match.
I must say, I'm sorry to be losing your business. I hope you'll enjoy living abroad.
Thank you. I'm sure I will.
Here's your cashier's check, sir. Will there be anything else?
Please, could you add this to your outgoing mail?
I'd be happy to.
Good day, sir.
Good day.
Mr. Stevens visited nearly a dozen banks in the Portland area that morning. All told, he blew town with better than $370,000 of Warden Norton's money.
So this is the bank that Andy would have entered to complete his transaction. The shot would have been beautiful. His feet walking in the door. Shot stayed on his feet as he's walking over to the teller. And then as he got to the teller, he panned up. Like that.
May I help you?
Yes, you may. But you can see how beautiful this place is. So Andy would have made his way over here.
Yep. So here's where the desk would have been, that the bank manager was back here, and here was the desk.
Yep.
And you would have seen this shot of this gorgeous safe here.
Yes.
And you've got this in this shot. You've got this in the shot over here. And this was a different color, but that's in the shot.
Yeah.
And then you come back around this way. Now you can see.
Yep. You can see, it's hard to see because of the glare, but you can check this window here. Let me zoom in a little bit.
Yep.
Sorry, this is a working facility, so that's okay though. They let us in here, and this window here and this window here. So Andy would have been sitting like right here with that in the background. Yep, right there. But this is unbelievable
We
right
wanted
here.
to feature this.
Here's the warden's office right there. Is where he took his pistol and put a bullet right through his skull. You can see, actually the blood splatter is still there. Sorry, the fake blood splatter.
Yeah.
And here is the infamous safe.
And
Yes.
the picture that would have covered.
That's right. That's what covered the safe. Nice.
Amazing. That's great.
Yeah. So that's the Warden Norton's office. All the cool things from the movie. And that would be, like I said, where Andy would have played the music, and that's where, he would have did the books.
Mm-hmm.
James.
Not long after the warden deprived us of his company, I got a postcard in the mail. It was blank, but the postmark said Fort Hancock, Texas. Fort Hancock, right on the border. That's where Andy crossed. When I picture him heading south in his own car with the top down, it always makes me laugh. Andy Dufresne, who crawled through a river of shit and came out clean on the other side. Andy Dufresne, headed for the Pacific.
you sit down. Ellis Boyd Redding. Your files say you've served 40 years of a life sentence. You feel you've been rehabilitated?
Rehabilitated? Well, now let me see. You know, I don't have any idea what that means.
Well, it means you're ready to rejoin.
I know what you think it means, Sonny. To me, it's just a made-up word. Politician's word so that a young fellow like yourself can wear a suit and a tie and have a job. What do you really want to know? Am I sorry for what I did?
Well, are you?
There's not a day goes by I don't feel regret. Not because I'm in here or because you think I should. I look back on the way I was then. Young, stupid kid who committed that terrible crime. I want to talk to him. I want to try to talk some sense to him. Tell him the way things are. But I can't. That kid's long gone and this old man is all that's left. I gotta live with that. Rehabilitated is just a bullshit word. So you go on and stamp your form, Sonny, and stop wasting my time. Because to tell you the truth, I don't give a shit.
There's a harsh truth to face. No way I'm gonna make it on the outside. All I do anymore is think of ways to break my parole. So maybe they'd send me back.
Okay, so we're outside of the pawn shop where Red was actually walking down when he got out.
Yep.
And he was looking at the guns and the compasses. But this is where he would have been walking, right here. Right down the walkway here. And I want to point out a couple things. This building here in the back. Sorry. Here, let me zoom out. I want to point out this building here in the back and this one right here. You can see the porches. But I'm going to move over so you can see them better. But yeah, there's that building right there in the shot. And that building right there in the shot. There's the movie site sign. So this would have been the window right here that Red was looking at, the guns and the compasses. And if you look, when they do show Red looking in the window from this angle, you'll notice the fire escape in the back. And there's a white building that was back there. It's not there anymore. But this was the shot with Red looking in the window. You could see that stuff in the background, so we know this is the right spot. Pretty cool, beautiful little town.
Look blasted.
That's where the red truck would have came right over that hill, right there. And then would have pulled right over here, let Red out right on the corner here. You can kind of see up in the back, right there, the tree line. You'll be able to see it. And then Red, the truck goes that way. Red gets out, says much obliged, turns, and walks down here, the road to Buxton. That road to Buxton sign would have been right here. Right here. And then he walks down the road right there. You can clearly see from the shots, you know, the house right over here, and definitely this barn right here, because you could tell the roof looks the same.
It looks exactly
Yeah,
the same.
I can't zoom in any further than that, but
It's so crazy.
that is crazy. All right, so this is probably one of the most iconic spots in Shawshank. The old oak tree. And that's where it used to be, right there. Red would have came out of the trees there, walked up the hill next to the rock wall, and then the tree would have been right there. But due to storms, that tree is no longer. And actual, the Reformatory used to have a piece of that tree, because some of it broke off and there was still some left. But anyways, the prison had a piece of that tree outside in the front, you know, gated off, but not there anymore. I don't know what happened. I think I heard that they made things out of it.
Yeah,
or
I think you can buy things
that's pretty cool.
made out of the tree,
Yeah,
which is cool.
But that's the spot. You can see this is where, when Red was looking for the oak tree, he would have crossed this little stream. It's so funny that there's a log right across there. And you can see right behind. I'll show you when I get up there, but let me get across here. I don't know, I mean, it was so long ago. Wouldn't be the exact same spot anyways, but I'll show you. So give me a sec to get across. Okay, I made it across the creek. Look at that, this is what he would have came out to. Right here, this open field. Right there. The rock wall would have been running right up. The oak tree would have been right up there on top of the hill. I'm not going to go in there because it's private property, but I definitely wanted to show it to you. Right there. Yep, this is where Red came out of the woods. Right here. Right here. Yep, like I said, right there, rock wall. Right up, the tree right over there. That is awesome. Glad I got to show that to you.
Get busy living or get busy dying. That's goddamn right. For the second time in my life, I'm guilty of committing a crime. Parole violation. Of course, I doubt they'll toss up any roadblocks for that. Not for an old crook like me. Fort Hancock, Texas, please.
So this was the building they used for the scene where Red was getting his bus ticket. So the bus station, I guess you'd call it. And then it turned into a thrift store, but as you can see, it's closed. Here's where the sign was, the Shawshank sign. I don't know, somebody stole it maybe.
Ooh, maybe.
Which is possible, because I'd love to have one of those.
Check and see if it's on the other side.
Is it open? Nope. But Red would have been right here in the scene. He would have been standing, you can't really see it, but I'm sorry. But he would have been standing right here. And you can actually see this building right here in the background and this sign right here. So. Is there a sign on this side? No, somebody stole it.
Look at all that furniture over there. That's the thrift shop stuff.
Can we get that on the plane? But yeah, he would have been standing in line right there. As you can see him standing in line, like I said, the shot pans, and you get that building in the background right there, and this sign right here. As Red is going to visit his friend in Zawataneo.
The Trailways.
What?
On a Trailways.
On a Trailways. Yes.
I love that bus.
Well. Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
Didn't even see that, but cool.
I find I'm so excited I can barely sit still or hold a thought in my head. I think it's the excitement only a free man can feel. A free man at the start of a long journey whose conclusion is uncertain. I hope I can make it across the border. I hope to see my friend and shake his hand. I hope the Pacific is as blue as it has been in my dreams.
Right there. I mean, his infamous bus goes right up the road there. You can see the red barn, the white house right there. Right there. Going to meet his friend in Zoataneo.